Just a couple of real guys having a real good time watching movies.
Hey, I'm Jackie O.
And I'm Stan the Man.
We're the Real Guys, and today we are taking a walk among the Tombstones.
Liam Neeson is a private eye ex-cop in 1999 New York on the trail of serial killers.
Hey, that reminds me, remember the big Y2K scare back in 1999?
I do indeed.
Hey man, not to worry. I backed up all of our data onto this disk.
All 10 megabytes?
I know, right? It's amazing how small they've gotten.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you think my mobile phone is still gonna work after midnight? Hello?
Man, the size of 90s technology looks pretty silly in hindsight.
Yes, and so does this movie. The violence and mayhem are enjoyable enough, and I did like the performance by Dan Stevens, who I confess I know from Downton Abbey. Though I didn't recognize him right away. I just kept saying, hey, nice job, dude who looks like Carrie Elways.
This was a dark and gritty thriller, which is usually right up my alley. Unfortunately, however, in this case, not so much. Now, the first act and the climax are nicely scripted as well as appropriately tense. Now, our biggest dislike is not with the movie itself, but with the trailer. It gives way too much away. Some of the movie's key surprise moments are just spoiled by this trailer.
Yeah, it's hard to know what was predictable because it was predictable and what felt predictable because the trailer undermines any interesting revelations. Still, I'll go out on a limb and say this movie is almost entirely predictable. It's formula and cliche, right down to the spunky sidekick who won't stay put and the total absence of any female character who isn't a victim of violence.
Now, my main problem with this, and it's a big one, is the psychology of the two killers. They start by painting a near-perfect picture of a pair of sadistic serial killers. The details are spot on. However, 2/3 of the way through the movie, the killer's motivation completely shifts, and they make decisions that are almost polar opposites of what the psychology demands. Now that sealed the deal for me and pretty much forced my hand into giving out 2 reels. It's not a terrible movie, but it's certainly not a good one either.
1 reel for me. I would say that Liam's the big draw, but he just phones it in.
Liam, act!
Next week, we review Denzel Washington exacting his own brand of justice in The Equalizer.
But first, join us right here tomorrow at 3:30.
Now that's 3:30 this Saturday for Saturday Cinema as we host
Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Oh, what a show it shall be. Lots of Trekkie shenanigans and your chance to win a free pizza from Papa John's.
Until then, we're the Real Guys wishing you peace, love, and popcorn.
Just a couple of real guys. Brought to you by Papa John.
Pizza!